Hey romance readers, welcome back to AdoreR. It's Linda here, back with another book video. Today I won't be doing any recommendations. I got a book haul today because, as I mentioned in my other video, that I was going to Atlanta to go to the Romantic Time book fair last weekend, and I did. So I got some books here I want to share with you that I purchased. And also when I got back home, I also mentioned that I had ordered some books from Book Outlet. Those were here, so this is going to be a pretty big book haul. So I won't be doing too many synopses. I'll read a few, but not a lot of them because I want to put all this on one video. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the book that I got, the little magazine that I got from the book fair, Book Lovers Convention, Giant Book Fair, Atlanta, Georgia, Hyatt Regency, Atlanta, May 6th. And this just got a list of, I got this when we went and registered. You also have to pay $10 to go to the book fair. So I did that online, and we went to the register, and they give you a little, like a little thing to put around your wrist to show that you've paid to get in, and they give you this little diagram of who all sitting where, what row they're sitting on. And this right here is all of the VIP authors, you know, the more popular authors are on the outside, and everybody else is like in the middle. So they had quite a few authors there, as you can see. Look at there. Woo, there's a lot of people. A lot of everybody trying to hoping their books will be the one. Quite a few. It was a lot of people there. Last time I went, when we was in Las Vegas, I think we went a little later, and it wasn't that many. It was some people there, but it wasn't as many as it was this time, because we got there early this time. I wanted to be very early. It started at 11 o'clock, and I wanted to get there early, so we got there, and you talking about crowded. So I didn't get to do any filming. I thought about it, and then I thought about I had left my camera at home, and it just was like, and it was very hectic. But if I get to go next time to a book fair, I will do some filming, and I'm not going to take any books to get signed, because I had books I wanted to sign, and then it was books I was trying to purchase. It was just too much going on. So if I had the camera, I doubt if I would have did any filming. So let's get started. That's enough on that. The first book I got here that I purchased is called Lethal Game by Rowe. Have any of you read any of her books? If you have, comment below and let me know if do you think she's a good writer, or because I hope this is good, because I read the synopsis of this, because this one I read the synopsis of this, and that's why I got it, because the heroine in here going to have cancer, and I always think that's a very interesting subject. You know, you don't hear about too many heroines or the hero or somebody like that having a you know, a disease that can kill you. Especially on a romance book, because you know you always want them to end happy. So when I read the synopsis on this and found out that the heroine had cancer, I said, let me check this out. This seemed very interesting. I'll read you a little bit of this. As the nation's youngest virologist and hematologist, Captain Sophie Perry has always been one step ahead of her peers, but there's one thing she can't beat: cancer. She wants to make a difference in the time she has left, so when she's sent to investigate a breakout at a Syrian refugee camp, she goes, saying nothing of her diagnosis, but saving the masses isn't easy when the man tasked to protect her is so irresistible. So when I saw that, I was like, so I got this, and it's by Rowe. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name, Lethal Game. And this, I think this is going to be a series. Biological response team. I think gonna be dealing with biological subjects and stuff like that. So I think that's what most of this series is going to be about. And she did sign it for me. I'll show that to you if I can find it here. And next I have is Lora Leigh. I'm sure all of you heard of her. Dirty Little Lies. There was a lady standing in front of me, and she had this book in her bag, and I was like, what is this right here? I think this is like going to be a contemporary suspense, a romantic suspense. And mostly all Lora Leigh books I've read usually be paranormal. So when I saw this right here, I asked the lady, could I read the back of it? And she told me yes, and I read it, and I said I'll go ahead and try it out. But I'm not going to read the back of it because I need to get through this. I already wasting a lot of time on other stuff, telling you about the book fair and all that. So I don't want my camera. I tried to film this yesterday, and I was going on and on and on, and my camera went dead on me. So I'm just trying to get through this right now. I don't want to have to film it again. Lora Leigh, Dirty Little Lies. romantic suspense. And she also gave me a, she had some stuff she was giving away. Gave me a cup and a pen. And she also had a bag in there too. This way, I thought it was cute. One thing I don't like about getting white bags, they get dirty. You know, I don't like, I'm anal people. I can't, I won't ever use it. I'll be like, no, I don't want it to get dirty. But it said, Lora Leigh, where paranormal and romantic suspense collides. I thought it was cute. Roll this back up right quick. It was a lot of people giving away a lot of stuff. I just be grabbing ink pens. Also, I'm an ink pen hoarder, people. Next, I have this. I got this because it was an African American romance, and it's kind of like set. It's set back in 1935. I'm not going to read into this, but it's Born. I think this might be a series too. People, a lot of authors are doing series now. Born to Win Men, A Champion Heart by Piper Huguley. Have any of you read her? If you have, let me know. Next, I have the Score. Now, I was walking past the tables and stuff, and I saw this. I bought this because of the cover. It just stood out. Everything, all this red. And then she told me it was a sports romance. So, and it's Score by Victoria Denault. I think this is also going to be a series. The San Francisco Thunder novel. Victoria Denault, Score. Have any of you read her? Any of her books? Next, I have these two about the same author, but she writing under different names for both of them. Under her historical, she writes as Maggie Fenton, The Duke's Holiday. And I saw how thick this was. That's why I got this one. You know, I love thick books. And I'll read a little bit of this. The cold, precise Duke of Montfort demands things his way, neatly ordered, in place, and adhering closely to the rule. So he is furious when he learns that the tenant of his ducal estate has been dead for a year, and a stranger has been running the Honeywell business, which by contract is now Montfort's. When he arrives in Yorkshire to investigate, he discovers that the estate is being run by an unruly, tomboyish woman, and a blue stocking at that. So when I saw this and it was a historical, I was like, yes! The Duke's Holiday, Maggie Fenton. And she had this laying on the table. I asked about this. She said this is a steampunk novel. So she said if you purchase one, the old buy one get one free trick. So I purchased this one, and she gave me this one for free. And she under her steampunk novel, she write under the name of Margaret Foxe, Prince of Hearts. And when she told me it was another series, Elders and Welders Chronicles Book 1. So I hope both of these are good. I hope so. I'm not going to read the back of this one. And next I have is Looking Inside by Beth Kery. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, she's a favorite author of mine. So I got her to sign some books that I have already had of hers. And oh, I forgot to mention, I did get all my books signed, and except for one, Linda Leah Miller, she was there, but I guess I don't know if she got sick or whatever. She didn't get to show up for the book fair, but they did have her table set up, so I didn't get that book signed, but I got all my other ones signed, and I did get Beth Kery to sign my 2 books that I had of hers, and she had this one on the table, and I went ahead and purchased it, and I'll read a little bit of this. Eleanor Briggs just can't help herself. The sight of the man in the high-rise across the street is driving her wild. She longs to feel his touch up close and personal. To win him over, she'll need to shake off her wallflower sensibility and become the seductress she never imagined she could. The only trouble will be finding the perfect way to meet him. And this is a contemporary, and probably a steamy contemporary. And it's Looking Inside by Beth Kery. Next I have here is a historical. The Scoundrel's Honor, Christi Caldwell. I've been seeing a lot of her books on Instagram, so when I saw this on the table, she wasn't there either. I don't know if she was had left the table or whatever, but I saw this was the last one on there, so I picked it up and got it. It's a historical. And last but not least, here I have Regan Walker, Kink Night. This is also a historical, but it's a little small historical. So I hope this is good too. I'll read a little bit of this. Dubbed the Black Wolf for his raven hair, his fierceness in battle, and his way with women, Sir Alexander of Tailsland attacked life as he did the king's enemies. but a claim on the battlefield and his lusty escapades did not satisfy King Williams. King William did not satisfy. Let me start all over. But a claim on the battlefield and his lusty escapade did not satisfy. I guess they didn't satisfy him. King William Rufus would bind him to Normandy through marriage to one of its noble women. But the only woman Alexander wanted was a commoner he had saved from a terrible fate. So when I read that she's going to be a commoner, I was like, okay. Sounds good. Kink Night by Regan Walker. And it says she's an award-winning bestseller, but I've never read her before. Have any of you read any of her books? Is she a good writer? Let me know. So all these books I've showed you, except for Beth Kery, I haven't read any of these authors. So if you've read any of these authors, let me know. Are they good writers? Did you like them? Thumbs up, thumbs down. So that's it on that. So let's go to, I think I mentioned earlier in my about the books I ordered from Book Outlet. So they came too. So let's go through those right quick. Right here. Of course, you know I had to get some historicals. This is Bound by Your Touch by Meredith Duran. I think I read her before. So I saw this on here and I said I'll check it out. I'll give it a try. I'm not going to read the back of it, but it's Bound by Your Touch. And they making all these books big now. They don't be this size anymore. They're making them all bigger, I guess, so they can charge more money, I guess. But like I said, I got these from Book Outlet, so it's probably about $2. So if you're looking for a bargain, check out Book Outlet. And this is Bound by Your Touch, Meredith Duran. Next, I bought this for the cover. Isn't that neat? That cover got it going on. And then I read the back of it. I read the synopsis, and it's about a Scotland Yard detective, and that's all I needed to know. So, and this, an affair with Mr. Kennedy, Gillian Stone, also a historical. Next I have here, like I mentioned in my other video, I went on Book Outlet looking for Christi and Feehan. Dog, I can't think of what the name of it. My memory is not good, people. But I found this one. And I read the back of it. It sounded pretty interesting. Earthbound by Christine Feehan. If I think of the book that I'm thinking about her that I want to get, I'll put it in the descriptions below. Cat. I thought of Cat's Lair. That's what the name of it. I was looking for Cat's Lair on Book Outlet, but it wasn't. Like I said, the book you're always looking for is never there, but you always find something else. So I found this. Here's another Meredith Duran book, At Your Pleasure, a historical. I think this is like a romantic suspense, paranormal kind of thing going on with Christine Feehan. Next, this is a contemporary, a sports romance. I'll read a little bit of this. Playing for the Kirby Catfish's hotshot pitcher Caleb Hart last chance to salvage his career after a major league meltdown. But the day of his opener with the major league team, Caleb strikes out with the gorgeous woman who is delivering a petition to run the unruly Catfish out of town. Now to stay in the lineup, Caleb would need to score big with the feisty brunette he can't keep out of his thoughts. So like I said, I'm trying to get into the sports romances, so All of Me, A Love Between the Bases novel. I'm sure this is going to be a series too. Jennifer Bernard. Have any of you read her? And last but not least, this last one I have here by Nicole Jordan. I have read her before. And this is a historical. The Art of Taming a Rake. And that's all I have. If any of you read any of those books that I got from Book Outlet, let me know what you thought about them. And if not, I'm going to try to get through some of these because I'm still reading on that last book I had. I'm in a reader slump, but I'm still buying books. That's what I don't understand. I need to stop it. That's it. I'm not buying any more books. This is until I can just read this large to be read pile that I have of books. Because I'm just packing up books. I was going to bring some boxes home so I done filled up that other box I had with books that I need to read. Now I need another box so I can fill that one up. But I'm not buying any more books. That's it. I won't be tempted. Except I did want to get that book by Christine Feehan. That's the only book I'm going to purchase. No more books. But that's all I have for today. Until next time, I'll see you next week. Keep reading those romances and have a great evening. Bye.